circuit board and motor drivers inside, but the little tablet is where all the movement comes from. It's telling it what movement to do. We don't expect you to put it on your own phone. This comes with that tablet, and all that does is it's locked to this application. You can't do anything else with it. And even as you're using the switches, you still have to have the screen turned on and be using the screen, because the screen tells you how it's working, and it's also communicating with the robot. You might also notice, is there a little red light on here? Yeah, that means that this is now on charge. When it's on the end, when it's sitting on it, so I probably didn't show you this, you can take this off, and this can be for somebody that can hold on to it, and they might have it in their hand, or if somebody's right-handed, they can put it on this side, or wherever you want it. But when it's on its docking port on the front there, on its magnets, it's on charge. So when you charge the robot up, it doesn't have to be on charge, I've just let it go flat. When you fully charge it every night, it'll do your full day's eating without having to have it plugged into the mains.
That's what I was just about to say. Can we use it mobile?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just need to remember to charge it, unlike me on this weekend.
So how long would a charge last?
A day. You'll get 3 meals out of it. It'll do on testing. It ranges between 2 and 3 hours of continuous movement on a charge, which your meal isn't continuous movement because you're chewing and swallowing.
Life changer.
Cool. Can I ask a very odd question?
Yeah, of course.
Has it been trialled with anything else apart from feeding? So I'm thinking of somebody, say if somebody was in like an upright wheelchair and was, say, drooling or
as a mouth wiping
eyes,
features. We have, that's future developments. We have considered, well actually when you're eating it might be nice to be able to wipe your mouth as well. So we have wondered as a future development as some things along those lines. But at the moment we just need to sell lots of them to make it worthwhile to look at further facilities. But we can, this is quite expandable. There's a lot of other features that it can do, a lot of other things. So we've built in the ability to modify it a lot. My boss has spent a lot of time designing this robot.
I'm sure.
I mean, more than a decade. And the system of control, we spent about 2 years working on the way that just what all the buttons do. Probably if not longer than that, because we've had millions of meetings, and plus we've spent a lot of time with our other equipment. So we've spent a lot of time observing people eating with our other equipment. So we knew what this one wanted to do. So we're trying to make it do everything that people have asked us for. If you have somebody that doesn't have the ability to press 3 buttons, we can have the plate automatically turning. You can have it operated off a head switch. So just as long as somebody can chew and swallow food, there's some. We've recently been working with eye gaze to make it work with eye gaze. So that you can operate it with the eye gaze screen.
We've just had them round at the moment.
Yeah.
They've just left.
Oh, right.
And the pointer as well. The eye gaze on the pointer.
Middle one.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, when you get close to the end of the food, I'll let you have a few more mouthfuls, and then I'll show you a way of getting a bit of a scrape up, because it's getting a bit.
Chap called Gavin.
Yeah. There's not much left, is there? So we'll do a scrape. We'll do another couple of spoons, and then I'll show you a way of making it scrape it together.
The eye gaze wasn't great for him, but the pointer.
Right.
And he was flying around with the pointer.
Right.
I think the other thing I'm going to do is once it's come back and waited, I'm just going to reduce the pause time, because you've got quicker at taking the food off it, so it doesn't need to sit in your mouth for as long.
Right.
No, in fact, do you want to come and do that? I'll press the menu button, and then if you look at the options, can you see which one it might be?
Wait times?
There we go.
Yeah.
We've tried to make it simple, and then if I bring it off here for a second so you can see properly. So we're looking for how long it pauses at your mouth.
And what is it set at the moment?
It says about 4 seconds. So can you see
2 seconds?
Yeah. Can you see which one it needs to be?
That one?
So time at mouth.
All right. Time at mouth.
And at the moment it's 4 seconds. So let's change it to 2. And press the save button. There we go. And if you see now, it'll actually show you it says 2 seconds. So you change it from 4 to 2 seconds.
Great.
So I'll put that back on there and press the back button. So now when you scoop your next mouthful, it's only going to be at the mouth for 2 seconds.
Right.
Are we back on there?
Press it.
Hold on, there we go. Sorry. So when you're ready to do this, you might need to turn the plate around a bit if you need to.
I was just waiting to. I'll get used to these because
you'll position them in
I'll put them in a position
in an exact place, and you'll get very used to where you want them to be.
Does it automatically turn before it wipes?
Yeah, that's to drop the
Yeah.
food off, wipe the food off in the same spot. So if you've got your sauce and you don't want your ketchup on your carrots, then it will try and put it. When it empties, it does the same thing. It tries to empty in the same spot. So now, being as there's not much left, if you can press and hold the third button and look at the screen while you're doing it, so that's that one there, and it'll say, there you go. So take your foot off now, and you see this one has now changed and it says scrape the plate. So if you press that one, so this will now try and push the food and then pile it up.
Yeah, clever.
There you go, and then it'll do a scoop, and it'll try and do another scoop now to give you a good mouthful because you're getting towards the end of your food. And it'll still go back for a wipe, but now you've got more food. And there you go, it does a turn to do the wipe off to get it all back in the same spot.
That's marvellous.
Isn't it great?
You've got to start cooking again for him.
I have been.
I'm joking.
But as long as the food is cut small enough to fit on the spoon, you can scoop most things with it. We're not limiting you to what you should try eating, as long as it fits on the spoon and in your mouth, because it will pick up quite big bits of food.
Right.
Oh, it's paused. Oh, that was going. Sorry, that was me being impatient. Let's just let it go. I'll go back for another scoop now. Haven't even shown you that function yet. If you miss the food and it comes to coming to your mouth empty, if you pause it and send it going again, it'll go back for another go rather
On
than
the scoop button.
Yeah. So it'll go back for another go, so you don't have to wait for an empty spoon to come to your mouth and go away again. But
Teasing that, isn't
yeah, it is. So we try and make it, but the functions like that, people, when it starts coming out the plate empty, people hit the button again out of frustration, and it does exactly what you want it to. So that again, that's one of the things that we've built into it. So if you want to do another scrape up, so long press on your right foot till it says scrape the plate, and then left foot, long press on there, and now left foot. There you go, that's it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And apart from the first drip, we've not had too many, have we? Now it's wiping off each. So when you have a milky breakfast, I always say put it on automatic wipe. If it was anything a bit thicker than that, if it was a gravy or a yoghurt or a sauce, you probably wouldn't have to have it wiping each time, unless that's where you've got the future to do it when you want.
Because he has some more milk, Jackie, wouldn't it?
Well, these men won't listen, will they?